Hi there, from Custom Home Builders Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. This video will be a continuation in a series of discussions about how you can use the estimated costs at completion worksheet in CHS as a dashboard and to figure out and forecast a few things, etc. And in this case, the reason I used forecast is we're going to go use the estimated cost at completion worksheet to mark some things as percent done so that we can come up with a list of bills we expect to get in within the next week or so and how much that might total to that we might be having to pay. So I've clicked this button for budget estimates, opened this screen that lists all of our jobs with budgets, and clicked the ECC work link to open the ECC, or Estimated Cost of Completion worksheet. Now what we're going to focus on over here, in previous videos we've talked about how CHS is calculating and coming up with an estimated cost of completion. And you'll notice that there's a column here for actual costs. And this shows actual cost of 0, actual cost of 0. So CHS is calculating right now percent done of 0 for those. In this case, full costs were posted, so it's calculating 100%. In this case, $55 has been posted as an actual cost against the $150 ECC, so this is the resulting calculation. But what I'd like to show you before we do something about changing these percents on our own, because you can do that. You can say, this is actually so much percent complete, which means I'm going to get a bill in the next week or two. But first I'd like to go show you a report that I'm going to, where you can get a report of outstanding unpaid cost. I click the reports button at the top of the worksheet. And I want to talk about it for a second, then we'll change it a little bit so you can see what happens. But notice it has the estimated cost of completion for each cost code, the percent complete that we would see on that ECC worksheet, and it calculates an amount for the percent complete right now. Percent completed, A times B. Then it shows the paid posted costs, the ones that have been paid. And that's only the ones that have been paid, not the amounts that have been unpaid that you might have posted. And then it'll show outstanding unpaid completed. This one is showing 100% completed. There's nothing that has been paid on it yet, actually paid with checks. So it's showing up for right now. We probably owe this $16,175. We show work completed $55 worth here. Nothing paid, so we're showing $55 in the unpaid completed. That basically means stuff we probably owe right now, whether or not we've posted the bills. This column here is everything still left to pay for that cost center based on the estimated cost at completion. It'll be the estimated cost at completion minus an amount that has been paid. You'll see here's an estimated cost at completion minus $5,000 is it, and it shows 100% done because we've posted bills for the slab contract, or we marked it 100% done on our own, I think, actually. And then $5,000 has been paid, so that's leaving $29,676 still out there to be paid. And since it's marked as 100%, that means it's probably due now. Within the next week or so, you'll be getting a bill, or they'll be requesting payment, etc. But let's take a look at, let's say we know that warranty fees, that we're going to have to pay that, and we'll look at the worksheet, and I'll show you how we ourselves can change that amount that's going to be paid in the next week or so. We don't want to look at warranty fees. That's been paid. I don't even know why I said that. Let's say we know about the builder permits. If we drill down to look at our budget, let's just, for our own information, $500 is for the city permit. We know that's going to come in. So we could use our calculator and say 500 divided by the estimated cost of completion is 44%, or we could, whatever we want. But let's say we want to go ahead and change it. So I've clicked the little pencil edit icon here beside the percent done, and I'm going to type in 44% and close that, just so I can get that amount in there. And it's going to show that 44% was entered by me. This part over here is just telling you the total outstanding and total paid on things, and is not really reacting to this percent done. That report that I opened reacts to that. So let's go back to that report, outstanding unpaid costs. And let's look at this first line that we know about. Notice that I entered 44%. It came up with 495. I could have done that 0.444 or something, or 44.44, and probably gotten closer to that 500. But you get it. I said it was 44% done. So it's saying work completed. It's taking this times 44% is 495. It doesn't show anything paid for that. And it's putting that 495 into this column of unpaid completed, so that I can get a total of everything that's either been marked by CHS as so far completed, or something you typed in, and go down this column and see that we are expecting in the next week or so to need to pay out about 98,000 something, which can be useful information if you're just trying to sort of forecast. You can use that column to help you do that. You can change the percent complete. You can just say, I know this particular, the building permits was sort of a weird example, but say you know something is done, framing, labor, or whatever, and you go ahead and change the percent yourself, instead of taking the percent that CHS is calculating. This thing down here that is at the end of the report, this is how much you still would have left to pay out to the end of the job if these estimated costs of completion end up being this. And this is how much we're saying is the work is complete, and we're going to have to pay those costs. So this is showing this is a cost plus markup job, and taking the estimated cost of completion from here, we put in 25% for our cost plus markup job, and so that we are calculating that to be 90,318 of this estimated cost at completion to get a revised price. We're showing revenues received, meaning that we're still expecting to receive this much in revenues, so that's some useful information. Then it's taking the revenues received minus the paid, which is in this column up here, minus the paid posted costs, and showing our revenues received less what we've paid, and this is really the money we would have available to pay anything that's coming in. So if we take away what we've got in this column for what we think might come in the next week or two, we're showing that we would still have $10,000 left from what's been contributed for that job so far, cash-wise. If this shows a minus amount, it would indicate to you that you need to be making some sort of draw request or collection of money in order to pay those bills. This is showing the outstanding remaining revenues to receive, outstanding additional costs, which is this minus this current one, and this one minus this, and coming up with your estimated profit or loss based on that stuff, based on cash flow, but which will really be the same as your markup amount over here usually. So that usually will tie in to that. If it's a cost plus markup job, usually you'll almost always see that same number there. So you can see the value of this report for figuring out how much you might have to pay over the next couple of weeks. We also have another one that is unpaid by stage. The interesting part about that is if you are using stages, and if you've attached your cost codes properly to the different stages, you can do a little bit of forecasting. This is outstanding, unpaid to complete, and it starts in with stage 0. And so you can get totals for the stage. The stage total, stage 1, we still show that we haven't paid this $3,675. And that can be pretty helpful because some cost codes can come from different areas of the program, like rough plumbing is included in this stage 2 that this builder did, and some other plumbing is included in another area. So you can kind of do some forecasting of what your costs might be for the different stages of the job. And so that's pretty interesting to see what unpaid costs you still have. If you have stuff in paid, that'll lower it. This 1075 is not part of this unpaid to completion thing. So you can see we still have a fair amount to pay because this is our demo job and we haven't been doing all of that work because we're not a real home building company. It's just me talking and randomly posting some bills when I need to do some description. Anyway, I hope that helps you figure out how much you might, approximately what you might be needing in the next week or so to be paying out by the fact that you can use those percent completes, and you can type in your own percent completes here if you like, and they will show in red. If they're in black, it means CHS has just calculated it based on the costs you posted divided by the estimated cost at completion. Thank you for watching.